Okay, we ready?
Ready to fire.
Ready to fire. Welcome to Millennial Made. I'm Rod, and today I had the realization that we are just as close to the 90s that the 1960s were when we were growing up. So that was really hard for me to digest. But I'm here today with actually one of my very good friends, Michael Burke. You know him on socials as D. Michael Burke, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
Very cool.
All correct so far.
All correct.
I'm listening closely.
Comedian.
Yep.
Writer.
Yes.
Wow.
I have more adjectives. I'll take them all.
Manicure expert.
Yes,
Show the
yes.
manicure. Show the manicure. Show the manicure to the
I
camera.
gotta get a fresh one, but it's still good. It's still good.
Michael does these on his Instagram story, like manicure update. You'll go get a manicure, and then yeah.
And now people send me their manicures, which is great because now I'm inspired. I'm like, great, I'm gonna copy you.
Yeah. So you're in LA, but you're an East Coast boy. But you've lived in LA.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Very cool.
Originally from New York, lived in LA for like 6 years, and then the pandemic took me away.
Took you away. Cool. Back home. So when you moved to LA, you were just here aspiring to be, who you are now, but just on the ground, hustling, grinding.
Yep.
And now you have found this like internet fame,
Yes.
where you're able to do the things that you were pursuing here in Los Angeles, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you think the internet has changed what your career path is, I guess, like, or what you're doing? So I guess a better question is, you're a comic. Is it comic or comedian?
I mean, either.
It's the same
I don't
thing.
I'm
Okay.
sure someone on the internet will have an opinion, but
We love
I
that.
think it's
Someone
either. Yeah,
always
someone
has
always does.
has an opinion. So you were doing stand-up, you were doing improv. What were you doing when?
Primarily, I was doing improv. I studied at the Groundlings. I studied at UCB. So just was getting full training under my belt, performing as much as I could.
Groundlings is a school.
Yeah, Groundlings is a school of comedy. UCB is a school of comedy, which I think is, I don't even, it's maybe closed. I don't even know. But it's not back yet, you know?
Sure.
But I was doing that. And then once the pandemic hit, I started posting videos online because I was used to performing weekly and I didn't have that stage anymore. So I started putting all my ideas and my stuff that I was performing on the stage, all my characters online. And then, it was the age of millennials joining TikTok.
Yeah, exactly.
So there was a platform for it and everyone, and then videos started going viral and I was like, great, I'm not in LA anymore. This is something I can do from my phone, from anywhere. So it worked itself out and it's been a blast.
It's amazing. And you, I think when I first found you on TikTok is where I found you first, but you also have an audience on Instagram. You weren't doing trends. You're everything is so original. You write it. And I think that's what was refreshing is because at that time, is everyone just using the TikTok sounds and all this. You're no, I'm using my own voice. I'm writing it. I'm showing Michael one of his own videos, everyone. Because he's never seen them. Okay, so the caption is when your friend puts you down as a reference for a new job. This is one of my favorites because being in the corporate world, the amount of references I've been, the amount of managers I've been, when I'm definitely not, or higher ups, they were a great employee to work, that worked for me. It's
I have my friend that I always would use as my reference, Kelly, which I use the name Kelly because I was just hey, this video is for you.
Kelly's getting exposed.
Yeah. But she would always be like, okay, what was my position? Where is this? Where do you want? What do you want?
And it's so true. It's you just don't expect it. No one gives you a heads up to a reference is going to call you. So that's the content of this video. Have you worked in a corporate space before?
I've worked in a production office.
So you've worked in an office environment.
Yeah. Just did not thrive there.
Political,
that's
mess and all that. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. So it totally makes sense that you would have some fake being your boss because you don't want your actual boss to find out you're leaving because God forbid you find something better. So I guess my question for you is being a comic, you just said going to Groundlings, being school here. What do you think has set you apart, I guess, from other comics maybe who aren't putting their stuff on the internet, or why do you feel it's so important to use platforms like TikTok and Instagram to
I think first off, if you are an artist, you should be using any sort of media that means that you can use to post your stuff, put yourself out there. But I had a teacher at Groundlings. Her name is Lisa Sherga. I'm going to shout her out because she's amazing.
Ciao, Lisa. Girly.
But she literally, I was writing a bunch of sketches, a bunch of pretty much what I'm doing now, but just for the stage. And And she was like, this is funny, but like, why are you telling this story? Like, what's your point of view? And I was like, oh, I just wanted to be silly and like do this one thing and thought it would be funny. And so then it got me thinking about like, what's my point of view on the world? Like, what do I think is funny? And how do I like merge those two things together so that like basically all of like my videos are just like my opinions on things, or it's my point of view on the world, like what it felt like being a server, like fully understaffed, always stressed out, you know, just like in the corporate world of just like how to play that game, but also like be stressed, like just full stress,
always stress, a lot of worries.
Yeah,
full worries all the time.
But I think it's just putting your point of view into everything you create, because as an artist, people want to learn about your opinions, your ideas. They just want to learn more about you. So that as much as you can give them in an artistic way, I think is the best way to do it.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think a good word that I've thought of is opportunistic too.
Yeah,
right. It's just like you saw. This is how people are growing, and this is how people will be seen. It's a portfolio of sorts, right? Where there definitely are people on there who are like, yeah, I'm a comedian just because I, made someone laugh once. Which, I mean, good for them too. They're putting themselves out there. But I think what has been cool about you and other creators that have been comedians for a long time is you've just seen, you know what, technology is helpful and useful.
Yeah.
It's funny, I was at CVS last night, just like, buying the essentials, popcorn, and the cashier was talking about how he was like a film major and he's like, I want to get into acting. I'm like, oh my gosh. And actually use you as an example. I said, you should go on TikTok. And he goes, no, I don't want to go on TikTok. And it's just like, it's such a buzzword, and people like, I feel like, I'm new to this industry, but I feel like a lot of people in the industry frown.
That's where I was at. Cause we, as comedians, we kind of were like, I don't know. It was like taboo to like try to have social media success. Yeah. Because it was like inauthentic. It's not
how they used to do it. Yeah.
To just going straight to a TV role or straight to a movie role. And it was this whole like two-sided conversation. And then once we lost all of our stages and all of our like outlets to create, everyone kind of just slowly turned and realized, that we actually should have been doing that from the jump. You know, like that. Why not? It puts yourself out there. It hones your craft. It gives you something to do every day.
Truly. And I think the whole world has changed. Right?
Yeah.
So with the world changing,
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Everything seems pretty normal. I don't know about you.
Just been same day. I haven't cried at all this past year.
I never left my house already, so it's fine. I haven't cried at all. You're actually crying in your videos. It's not an act. Very fun.
Well, I was truly like, I was like having fun, and then you go through the pockets of whatever this past year was, and I was like, can I share that like I'm low-key spiraling today? And so then I made like a spiraling video, and it was like extremely well shared, and I was like, we're all in this together. This is so great to know.
Well, even if you see like my platform, I know that you and I've followed each other for a long time. You actually helped me grow a lot too. Voiced for me, which I've appreciated. But I think feeling seen is one of the most important parts about people on TikTok.
That is the coolest thing that I didn't even expect, you know, because it's, we put our opinions, you put your personality, you put yourself kind of out there, and, it's cool and or it's not cool until it is. And then you're like, oh, it's nice to just get feedback and find a bunch of people that are like, oh my God, same,
I think it was really important too, and this translates to every type of job, is last October, you just took a month off.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And you're like, I'm just taking a month off. And I was like, I was shocked. I'm like, you're like a viral creator. Like you can do that. Yeah. How does that work?
What?
But you're like, honestly, everything's going to be here when I'm done. I just know my limit. I know I need to prioritize myself, which I feel like a lot of people in the world are seeing right now. Like large corporations. Actually, what was it yesterday? It was Illinois is next year for students in like middle school and high school, they have 5 mental health days that are separate from their sick days.
Amazing.
I know, which is like definitely the way the world needs to.
I was raised, my mom was the queen of like, if you need to take off from school, just like make sure you don't have a test. She was like, oh wow, take a mental health day. Amazing. And we would just go run errands with her, like hang at her work.
Slinging Cole's cash.
Just like going around town. And I was like, Mom, I need a mental health day. So I'm a huge like, I make sure I take care of myself, like as far as, because I burned myself out in LA, living in LA, just like hustling, and you're just like, I need to cast the widest net.
A level of competition.
It's it's, if LA or New York, I'm always going to say New York.
We had the whole character based off.
Truly. Which is it became my love letter to New York, because it was like basically a love story between me and New York.
Yeah.
It was, and then I like threw a prince in.
It was a rom-com, right?
Yeah, rom-com.
And then you threw a prince in.
Yeah. Every New Yorker in a rom-com. Yeah. And then the twist was that so spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. I'm so sorry.
But it's like a whole series.
It goes on.
It's like a show.
Yeah.
I love it. And you made it a show. And you like, I think that was cool to watch too. Is like you could tell that you were a writer and you had been doing this for a while because you knew how to make it an entire
And that was one of those things where I just like had to trust my own voice because TikTok is not a platform for serialized content. So people liked the first video and then I made a second video and they liked that one too. And I was like, can I tell as much of the story as possible where it still makes sense in 60-second clips so that every video kind of stands alone? And it was a nice like creative feat for like a writer to just be like, oh my God, I can tell a story. I don't have to just like hit the joke and get out of there, you know?
So I wanted to talk to you guys about this product that I use literally every day. I started taking AG1 because I was working my 9-to-5 job and I was sitting at a desk for 8 hours straight. So I would rush to get everything done in the morning. I didn't have time to get the proper nutrients and supplements that I needed to get. What is this stuff? With one delicious scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to help start your day right. Blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, so many things. And again, I like to take this because I was waking up and just feeling so rushed to get ready. And I would look at this big cabinet of supplements and I'm like, okay, I know I need to take care of myself, take care of my body. And it was nice to now find something that I've been taking for about 4 months now that combines everything I need in order to support my gut health, my immune system, my energy, focus especially. What I like about AG1 Athletic Greens is it contains less than 1 gram of sugar. So no GMOs, no nasty chemicals or artificial anything while still tasting great. Actually has this like little tropical flavor. Your subscription comes with a year supply of vitamin D, which is so important to add in to these months where it's a little more gloomy and we don't get as much sunlight. And my favorite thing is for every purchase, Athletic Greens donates to organizations helping to get nutritious food to kids in need, including right here in the States, No Kid Hungry. Right now, it's time to take back your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just 1 scoop in your water every day. That's it. I actually take it when I travel as well. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D, like I said, and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Again, I love taking this when I travel. It helps keep me on a routine. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/millennial. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/MILLENNIAL, 2 L's, 2 N's, to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I think too, one question I was going to ask you is, I know for me specifically, like my life was turned upside down, during quarantine, like found a new outlet that I never thought I had. And I know a lot of people have had the same experience or just like exploring new passions. But specifically with writing and, in comedy, what is one piece of advice you would give to someone who is either just coming out of Groundlings in your situation you're in, or maybe someone like me who has found this new passion as they start?
I think as far as writing is concerned, no one likes writing. If you like writing, you're kind of crazy. Like there's no way. And the final product comes in the editing. So I never judge myself when I'm coming up with the idea. I just get it out so that it's fully formed. And the joy is editing it and going, I don't need this. This is, I can add this in. It's just in all those like little like Scotch tape, like piece together moments where you get to the final product. Because I used to judge myself so much on thinking you have to write the first thing and it has to be ready to sell and it has to be perfect. But it's going back the next day with a different brain and just going, I don't need that. I can get rid of that. I think that was the most like freedom as a writer, as a comedian, to just go, okay, I can edit this.
Exactly.
Just get it done. Don't judge it, and you'll have the final product.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it'll all be your voice too. Right? Which is what you want. I think so. Obviously, you put a final product out with your videos and stuff, but on your Instagram stories, you're very raw and funny, and you just like came up like with an Olympics theme song, and you just say your real thoughts, put it on the internet really quick. Which I think is really funny. I had a point there, but I completely forgot it.
But that is a good, like the Instagram stories is one of my favorite tools to just kind of like throw stuff up and just see. Because the Olympic theme song, people were like, can you please post this as a reel? Can you please post this as a reel? So I kind of posted it and I put it on TikTok as well. And then it like did its own thing. And like the sound became viral. And I was just like, thank you guys.
Thank you.
For watching my stories too.
I love that. So one of the things that I love about you is your fear obsession with Gen Z culture.
Yes. I'm terrified of them. If you guys are listening, hi.
Yeah. You love
I'm very
them.
cool.
Yeah, very cool.
There's nothing to see here.
Yeah. You just want to cruise and just make sure.
They are, I feel like they know exactly what they want and they have allegiances to no one.
Yeah.
So you're just like, I'm constantly navigating landmines.
Yeah.
I'm just like, because that's what I thought going to TikTok. It was Gen Z. And I was like, I'm going to show up with my receding hairline and make videos and have these like kids watch it and like laugh.
Yeah. They do laugh.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm terrified of them. I'm enamored by them. I'm obsessed with them. I think they are funny. I love it.
What's been your favorite thing, I guess, to come out of Gen Z culture, you know?
Oh my gosh.
A word or, you know, fashion trend.
Oh my, I mean, like, I remember having to Google what bet meant.
Okay. That's good. We do have that brings us to our next segment, Gen Z word of the week.
Oh my gosh.
And it is bet.
It is a bet?
Yes. Today it is because you just said it.
It was in the zeitgeist.
Yeah, it was bet. So can you describe bet?
Bet is like, is it just like you're agreeing? Like, it's like, okay, bet, like, yes, like, cool, yes. It's agreeing, but with a cool way to say it.
Gen Z.
Yeah. I've never sounded more millennial in my life.
The cool way to say it. I was trying to explain what bet meant to someone, and like, what does bet mean? And go, oh, you know, it's just like, okay, bet. Yeah. And then I legit, in my head, I was like, that was good. And they were like,
they're like, that didn't. You just said the word. You
exactly.
can't explain the word with
but
the
I think
word.
that's good. It's just agreeing with someone.
Just agreeing.
But casually. I wouldn't use it in a formal conversation.
And cap also.
Cap. Well, yeah.
No cap.
No, they're very synonymous, I would say.
They want one syllable words. Listen, Gen Z is exhausted. They're tired.
They're tired.
They need
taking down the patriarchy.
Quicker.
They're like, we're done.
They have the first jokes. Like they're on it.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, that brings me to another segment called Comebacks. And I just want to make sure that you're mentally prepared to dive into your past.
Okay, let me take a sip of water.
Yeah,
this feels like I need to be mentally prepared for this.
I'm going to throw 4 questions at you one at a time. And they all have to do with current trends and past trends.
Okay.
And how they intertwine. What has been your favorite, because we've seen a lot of 90s, early 2000s trends, but comebacks this year. What has been your favorite comeback trend?
I love that we are wearing wide leg jeans again, or wide leg pants.
That we are, or is it that Harry Styles?
Well, of course, everything goes back to Harry Styles for me personally.
You are a Harry Styles and Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
but not you don't stand them together, right?
Listen, they made beautiful music about each other.
Yeah.
And listen, you can DM me and we can talk about it.
Yeah. DM Michael and talk about it because he will talk to you about it.
I will. I need any excuse to talk about it.
Anytime I say anything, not negative about Taylor Swift, but could be, you're like, you're the first.
If it's just like neutral and not like absolutely positive, I'm like, what? What do you mean by this?
So you hate her. Yeah. And I don't. I always said, I'm like, I'm not a Swiftie, but I like Taylor Swift. Like
that's I think where everyone kind of has. I'm the king of making anyone a Taylor Swift fan, or at least appreciate her for like the artist she is, which is all I need. You don't need to like every single song. You can like a couple. You don't have to like any. You just have to appreciate
what a
that
hustle.
She's a songwriter of our generation.
Record what? She's at 3 albums this year, right? Yeah. Like what a
in the past 2 years, there's 4 albums, and like 2 have been like maybe 5 because I'm going back to Love.
There's like 20 something songs on some of them.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And I can tell you which one's my favorite. If you I do need an excuse to talk about this.
Yeah. Perfect.
I don't want to spend 4 hours right now.
Yeah. Well, we could. Maybe you should make your own podcast just about Taylor, because I'm sure that's never been done.
No. And listen, I'm on Taylor Swift TikTok.
Well, yeah.
I get literally. I'm like, why is this? I'm like, oh, then there was like a Taylor Swift reference. I was like, okay, got it.
Makes sense. Okay, so the wide leg pants.
Yeah, I think, and like the oversized shirts, like they're. It's about comfort, and I'm for that.
Oversized.
I'm for that.
We love oversized. It's funny. Scott said the same thing.
Yeah,
and he's like, so you and Scott
it's like comfort.
Yeah, we're just comfort. What has been a terrible comeback that you've seen?
Oh, I mean, I think low-rise jeans are trying to come back, and that is, I think is we made that mistake so that the next generation didn't have to, and they were like, no.
Yeah,
we don't.
Literally, it's like
we don't learn.
Well, you know, it's like once you're after 20, I feel like it doesn't work for.
No, I don't think it even ever worked.
No,
everyone tried, and then we all just agreed to move on.
Just because like Bella Hadid, looks great in them, but it's just like that expectation versus reality.
They're never comfortable.
Jared Leto looks great in low-rise jeans. Me, not so much.
Me,
no. The higher the better.
I like it. Almost.
Exactly.
To my ribcage.
Yeah, there's like this. I saw that. I got it. I hate targeted ads so much because I'm like, I want that, but like this is so bad. I got a targeted ad for like it was. I guess a way to describe it is like maternity pants for men, where it has the elastic, and I was like.
That looks good. That looks comfortable.
He looks good.
I've like turned my opinion on targeted ads, and now I call it my personal shopper.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'm like, it's sourcing the internet for me, and and I've bought too many things, and every time I buy something, I'm like, I know I'm going to see this ad now every single day of my life. Until I buy something else.
Until you buy something else. Yep. I got an ad, or targeted ad for it's like, do you want to hide your beer belly? And I was like. Oh my God, this is a lot different than like the pay-per-view I watched late night growing up, like the Magic Bullet.
Oh my God.
That, or that
get, like,
cake
hairline.
The hairline. Oh yeah.
I get hairline ones. They're like, oh, you are 30 now.
Yeah,
you must need hair.
We've seen your videos. Yeah. Me be like, you wear a hat in all your videos. Must be a reason why. There's, I don't know why this moment of nostalgia just creeped up on me, but do you remember those the pay-per-view for? It isn't pay-per-view. This. Paid programming. No, what is it? The ads, but it's like 30-minute ad that they play late at night.
Yeah. What is it called?
Infomercial.
Yes.
I rescind anything that I said pay-per-view. It's not correct. Infomercial about that cake that you could put ice cream in. Do you remember that? It was like a mold.
Oh, I don't remember that, but I've had an ice cream cake.
Is it
like similar to that?
So what it is, it's like it was Betty Crocker, I think, where it's like you bake a cake, but then they have a mold that you put inside while it's baking. So then the cake bakes around the mold, and then you can put the ice cream in it, and then you put the bottom layer of the cake on. So
wow.
But the coolest thing I remember is like I still yet to this day I've never had a baked Alaska, but they would always be like, and you could make a baked Alaska, and like I was like, I want, because you were setting a cake on fire. Like, that was the coolest thing. So that moment of nostalgia just creep back.
I know that was like programming in the 90s. They had so much space to like really play around.
They really did. So now they just have targeted ads.
A 1 hour commercial.
Yeah, I watch it,
and you get trapped in because you think it's like 30 seconds. You're like waiting to see what's on because and you're like, you have to go to. Remember going to the TV guide?
Oh yeah,
and like seeing what was on, and then missing your channel and being like, I gotta wait.
It was because I
have to wait.
That was even before you could like click down. Yeah.
I remember having also the like TV guide pamphlet.
Yep.
You get it every month.
Oh my God. Paper.
These kids don't know how good they have it.
Yeah. We had to staple things, right?
We had to staple everything.
Okay. Next is, what is something that shouldn't return? A trend.
Oh, something that, low-rise jeans, but let's see if I can come up with something else.
Like something that maybe you haven't seen.
Shouldn't return.
Screaming back to you.
Oh, I think that there was I don't think baggy pants should come back. Remember those like light blue baggy sweatpants?
Yes.
That like, they were specifically light blue.
Yep.
They came in all colors, but I just vividly remember light blue being the popular.
Yep.
Or it was like light blue and a puffer jacket. I like puffer jackets. They can stay.
Puffers. But
like baggy to your knees. You're just full underwear's out.
Yeah. Joe Boxer.
Joe
Boxer had a monopoly.
Oh my God. Joe Boxer.
The smiley face.
I haven't thought about that in a minute.
I haven't thought about Joe in a minute. Yeah.
Joe, how is he doing?
How is Joe?
Can
someone check on Joe?
Can we check on Joe Boxer?
If you're out there, Joe, if you're out there, we're wondering
He's
about
probably still making boxers.
Yeah, probably still making, him and Tom
they
from
got slogans on them.
Are hanging out somewhere.
Yeah.
I have someone who comments on my TikToks, and it's Tom's profile picture, and it's MySpace Tom, but they're not verified. And I'm like, this might really be him.
Yeah, that would be the
notice
move.
him. And I'm like, is it actually him? Because if we found you,
are you lurking?
Tom? Are you now in the metaverse, Tom? Okay. And what is something that you haven't seen come back that you think should?
I don't think that. I'm literally thinking in female fashion. I don't even
do it.
Men's fashion, I don't think should come back.
Not at all. We don't deserve it.
We need to move forward.
Yeah.
We need just watch Harry Styles.
Yeah, just everything Harry Styles.
Everything Harry Styles. Just repeat it.
Yeah, repeat it. But, everyone's walking into with like giant ball gowns onto the offices.
Do you remember butterfly clips? Yeah. I feel like they're lightly back. They're lightly. I feel like they could.
They're making
more.
A soft launch.
I want options. It's not just.
What do they do for us? We don't have a hairline. Yeah. Like, what do we do? Yeah. Love it. Okay. Cool. So final game here. It's called Who Dis. If we would turn our attention to the screen.
Oh my God.
So what you're going to do is you're going to see an image pop up on the screen. I obviously want you to tell me who it is, what it is. It might be it's it's a TV show, movie, but then also what it means to you. Like maybe like if there's a certain smell that comes back, you know, or just like
visceral emotion.
Where it throws you to in the moment. Okay. So let's go to the first one. I know you're going to know this one.
Whose line is it anyway?
Yeah. Can you name all three?
I think I can. Wayne, Colin. Oh my God. I can't think of his name.
Ryan.
Yeah. Wayne, Colin, and Ryan.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Come on down.
This was my first exposure to improv.
Yeah. So did you watch this growing up?
I watched it. I watched every single episode.
Wow.
Just so obsessed with it.
Obsessed with it.
And just because it was funny, it was amazing to see them like make it up.
Too. I remember watching it sometimes and I was like, oh, wow. Like those are the first exposure a lot of us had to like raw comedy.
Yeah. Like fully improv. Because I still tell people I do improv and they're like, oh, so like what's your, like, do you, like they just call it stand up. Like they think it's interchangeable, but it's completely different.
So different.
I mean, stand up, you're prepared. Improv, you can just fly by the seat of your pants.
Yeah. And even to me, like this was for me more impressive than even like SNL or scripted shows, just because it's like you were laughing just as much and they just always have to be on.
And I remember I was like studying at Groundlings, like learning improv.
Yeah.
And then I would watch the shows and I'd be like, oh my God, like they're so good. I didn't even know how good they were, you know, because it's like a whole art form that you have to learn like the rules of, and just like so that you can on the spot just like vibe with your scene partner and like make a whole thing happen.
Oh my goodness. And I feel like improv was like, I know for me, like being when I was younger, it was a fun thing for us to go to because we had moments like this, you know, and we wanted to see it like real time. And I feel like a lot of millennials, right, kind of started going through the improv courses. Was it like, I guess the history of improv, I don't know if you know it, but was it like big 20 years ago or 30 years ago?
Yeah,
or is it,
so I forget who officially invented it. There's like a book that you can read that I haven't read.
Yeah.
Because that's just how I handle books.
The book, yeah.
Like, can I
I have a giant shelf of them.
Yeah.
They look great.
It was like, there's a history to it. I don't even fully know it. But it goes back like 50 plus years.
Wow.
I think it also dates back originally to like literally like, this is literally it. We can edit this out, but it is concentration camps.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It goes all the way back to that.
Yeah.
I was like,
we edit things. Very cool. Yeah. Cause I know, like I said, for me, I think I just remember like coming out of high school, college, and just like everyone's joining an improv group. Yeah. And I think they made it seem kind of like what TikTok or social media is doing now is like, you know, anyone can do it, you know, and try it and see if they like it.
I think it's perfect for every single person to do it because it makes you better in social situations. It like lowers your social anxiety. It just makes you more ready to like engage in eye contact.
Yeah.
Like, because I was working at like a coffee shop too, and I was, you know, just hustling.
Yeah.
And then I just remember like really like taking all these improv classes and just like fully being like, oh, I can talk, I can hold a conversation, I can engage with you. Because before, you know, I don't know, I would try to not socialize.
You have to, I mean, improv is multitasking. You have to think about what you're going to do next while focusing on the moment.
Yeah.
Right? Wow.
It's like 3 parts of your brain are like going at once.
It's really good social. So I guess what would be a piece of advice for someone who's wanting to get into improv too? Like how would you find the right group or, you know, or like the right classes?
Yeah. I think you just do it. You naturally bond with your classes. If you're ever in a new city, you just moved somewhere, I would find an improv class because that's literally how I made all of my friends. Like they're all from improv.
Michael Scott
and they're all
tried to
cool.
Do it.
What?
Michael Scott in the office tried to do it.
Yeah.
He was like so bad.
And the joke is that he's so good at improv.
Yeah,
you know?
he's
just like the actor.
Yeah,
fully
exactly.
trained.
Fully trained. Love it. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, do you know this?
Oh my God, figure it out.
Figure it out. No one knows this.
No? This is my favorite Nickelodeon show.
Summer Sanders.
Summer Sanders.
Yeah.
Summer Sanders.
Lori Beth
Dimber.
Yeah, she was on every, like basically just they copy and pasted all that cast. And put it on there, but we loved it. For me, that's when I was like, I would love to be in a game show.
Yeah.
You know, and then you started hearing the politics of like the adult game shows and stuff. And you're like, this is cool.
Yeah.
I remember I went to Universal Studios or Nickelodeon Studios one year when I was I got slimed, and it was like the best moment of my life. I cried.
That's like the dream come true.
I got slimed. Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Well, it's like elusive, like what they make it with.
I feel like, so figure it out. I guess if we're going to describe it for those out there who don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Jerry. It would be kind of like a Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah. Like figuring out a sentence or a
word.
phrase or something.
Yeah. And there's like 4 people up there, but then if you get it wrong, you get slimed.
Yep.
But they were wearing like jumpsuits. That's the joy.
Yeah.
That's the joy of it.
Yeah.
And Summer Sanders, who's just an absolute angel. Just unproblematic queen.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Just fully lived her life.
What is she doing? Summer Sanders, what are you doing?
She's probably wearing Joe boxers.
Yeah. Are you with Joe? Yeah. Cool. I love it. All right. Next one.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Is this from Doug?
No.
No.
Similar vibe. You got it? Yeah.
I don't know her name.
No, 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 no. She's too cool for 7th grade. No, no, no.
Oh, what's her name?
What's her name?
Not Claire.
Get
it out of my brain. I don't know. I can't come up with
I thought
her
you were
name.
putting your hair in a ponytail.
It was like that era of Doug.
Yeah, okay.
Stuff.
Pepper Ann.
Pepper Ann.
Yeah, Pepper Ann, I think it was Disney. Yeah,
Pepper
she was
Ann.
like, Disney had an era of cartoons. They had Weekenders. Did you watch Weekenders?
Yep,
yes.
The Weekenders.
Yeah, so they
Recess, was that Disney?
Recess was Disney. Yep, absolutely. So Pepper Ann was in that
Pepper Ann.
era.
That outfit's back in style now.
Yeah, I feel like she walks a Bob's
Fully
Burgers
back.
could run. You know?
Yeah.
It is fully back. I was
fully
doing,
back in style.
I was talking to someone recently, and I showed a picture of Debbie Thornberry. Do you remember the Wild Thornberry?
Yeah.
She was like a flannel, a crop top, and then baggy jeans.
Yeah.
And like she's literally what Gen Z wants to be with attitude, you know, and like because I was watching White Lotus. Did you watch it?
It's the best show on
It's
TV
so
this
good.
year.
But I had to skip some of the scenes with the daughter and her friend because they were so triggering as like Gen Z bullies to Connie Britton. I was like,
literally, I can't come up with the actor's name, but I literally followed her because of that. Because it was so. It was
I
like
need to find her.
It was like that show is just genius, brilliant. I was trying to say at the same time, comedy. It's so good.
I'm gonna find the name of
what's
the
her
actress
name?
so we can call her out. It is Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney.
Not Jennifer Coolidge, who also loved.
Oh, I mean, Jennifer Coolidge does not miss. She's also a groundling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my
There's a
God, I
lot
would have
of,
loved
like,
that.
The groundlings are stacked in the world.
That's crazy.
But Sydney Sweeney, visceral. I literally was like, she's so good. It felt like she wasn't acting.
Yeah, she was just mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God.
But then you feel for her too. Yeah. Oh, so true.
It was, oh my God.
So I feel like
it was so good.
But all that said, I feel like that's the attitude that like Gen Z aspires to have. Like you said, they take no prison or not take no prison. What did you say?
They have like no allegiance to anyone.
No allegiance to anyone. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like Debbie Thornberry was just
tired.
Like hated her whole family and just, you know.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So next one, I think this is going to be the last one.
Oh, yes. Okay. Wait, Big Fat Liar.
Big Fat Liar.
Of course. Of
oh
course.
My God. Yeah.
I saw this in the theaters.
Same.
Yeah.
I loved this
I think
movie.
it was for my birthday, I believe.
I saw it for my birthday. Maybe
so
it was
my
13th
So then one of
birthday.
us is wrong. My birthday is March, so I don't think I would have seen it. Did it come out in the summer?
My birthday is May.
So maybe we did.
Yeah, so we could have seen it at the same time. I remember like going there and then going to, I don't think you had Odyssey Fun World where you live, but it was like an adult Chuck E. Cheese or like a junior. Like
okay. Yeah, I don't have that word.
Yeah, no. But it was like you could, whatever. Anyway,
but it was so good.
Party.
The Velcro when they jump and
oh my God,
Velcro. It made Hollywood look amazing.
It made Hollywood look amazing.
I was like, I have to go open some costume warehouse, and I just got to run through it.
You just got to go there. I was like, how fun is this? Yeah. But the stacked cast too.
So
Paul Giamatti, Frankie Muniz, Amanda Bynes.
Amanda Bynes, that era of Amanda Bynes making movies were the best. They're all good.
Oh, really? What I like about You is a really underrated show too. It's so good.
It was so
well
good.
done. Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah. The cast was good. Oh, loved it. Do we have any others or was that the last one? That was the last one.
That was the last one. Oh, that's a white screen.
And that was a white screen. Well, Michael, thank you so much for coming in. I'm glad that we were, overlapping. Well, I'm not going to talk about that. Restart. Michael, thank you for coming in today, for diving back into your past with us, your present. Speaking of future, what kind of things do you have that you're working on? Anything you want to, tell your followers or people out there that you're doing?
I'm planning, I'm writing scripts. I am, that's stuff that's not for the, my social media, but I'm trying to do another series, like another serialized movie in episodes.
Cool.
So that's like coming up on the agenda.
Stay tuned.
But thank you for having me. This was so much fun.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Rod, my frenemy.
We're literally.
We played so nice today.
We did. We didn't fight once.
We didn't. Yeah, we didn't argue. I held my tongue.
Yeah, it was great. Perfect. All right, Michael. What are your handles so everyone can find you?
On TikTok, Instagram, it is D Michael Burke. My name.
That's it.
Yep.
All right.
It's easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Cool. Awesome. Well, thanks for tuning in to Millennial Made. If there's anything you want to ask Michael, feel free to comment or you can DM either of us and we'll try to answer them if it's appropriate.
If it's Taylor Swift, I'll definitely answer.
If it's Taylor Swift, he will answer. All right.
Boom.